self-conscious.
Okay, hello. Welcome back to the We Outside podcast.
We're inside.
Yeah, but we are not
We
home.
are not home.
Yeah, we're not home.
That's why we call it We Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we're outside.
People don't know. This could be inside your house.
Okay, let me introduce my guest real quick. Okay, so welcome back to the podcast. We're at Chroma. This is a co-working space down near Detroit. I found out like literally 2 weeks ago. Tommy is behind in the background, acting like we don't. Yeah. Yes, there you go. There you go. Thank you. So there's a lot of pressure on me today to perform well, but today we got a special guest with us. He is I forgot already, man. I forgot the intro.
Oh, you want me to?
Huh?
I know you're doing this. So you want me to introduce myself because you don't know what to say.
It's not that I don't know what to say. It's that I forgot the correct words to it. Okay, so he works for an agency. He's worked with multiple different high-profile people, I would say.
People, companies,
People,
brands,
companies, brands. He's worked on some really cool stuff that I can only imagine. You know, technically, I'm not even supposed to be interviewing a person like this. You know, I'm well underqualified for
Yes,
this. Okay, but I would like to introduce Ali
IMAM is my name.
IMAM. I know your name. I just didn't want to mess it up.
Oh,
I'm nervous.
You forget people's names.
I do forget people's names.
and, are you gonna introduce him too?
No, everybody knows. Everybody knows who my AI photographer is. Yeah, but Ali, thank you, bro. I appreciate you for
Thanks for having me.
driving all the way down here from Farmington. You live in Farmington, right?
My parents live in Farmington Hills. I'm in New York.
Okay, so coming from New York and then
Yeah.
spending time with somebody you just
Yeah,
met for the
it's
second
a
time.
holidays. Yes. Yeah. No, but you're cool. I met you before apparently. I don't remember though.
I know about you. I'm gonna tell you how I know about you, but I knew about you, but you had your back turned
Yeah.
to me. I walked in and you were cooking shrimp.
Yeah.
I was like, he's cooking shrimp. You know,
I don't remember the last time I made shrimp.
I know,
to be
man.
honest with
Yeah,
you.
no, you know.
I'm not cooking much these days.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
I have probably when I first started kind of like doing videos and
Yeah.
photos and stuff like that, right? You were probably one of the few first people that I followed,
Oh, really?
honestly. Like when I saw your content and stuff like that. It might be because I was following him anyway.
Yeah.
And you guys were mutual friends. But like when I saw it, I was like, yo, this is dope. Like, so from the beginning, genuinely, I really liked your content.
Oh,
bro.
it's sick.
Yeah, so like, I don't know how active you are on social media now.
Not that.
Yeah, and now my Instagram is like full of junk now, like anime stuff
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, man, you were like one of the first few inspirations that I had.
Oh, that's sick. That's pretty dope.
Your
Yeah.
quality was so up there that like I kind of like strive to like push myself to go to.
Now you're outshining me. You got like 4 different cameras.
No.
here.
I mean, yeah, I have the
Lights up.
equipment. I have
No,
the
it's
equipment, but
okay,
I think, and I learned this shortly after.
Yeah.
Was like, no matter. You tell me if this is true, bro. So when you're starting off, you have this feeling like, oh, I need the best camera, or I need this camera. He shot it with this camera. I need this camera. If I
Yeah.
have this camera, my content will look like that. Did you believe that too in the beginning or no?
I mean, in the beginning, like I didn't know shit. Can I curse?
Yeah, curse all you want, bro.
I didn't know shit. So I was just like, oh, I have a camera. Like I've been told Sony cameras are cool. I had like a Sony A6, whatever, 6000, and I was just had
Shooting
a
camera.
I had like a 50 millimeter lens. I bought it used for like $500,
Yeah.
and then like that camera paid for itself and more, and that's led me to like wherever. But like that's what I started on. That's like I still have that camera.
Yeah.
I just don't shoot with it anymore. But like I was just. But yeah, after some time, I'm like, oh, if I had that, or if I like knew what, like, but I think it's also just like the essence and like just like creating something or shooting something. And I think that itself is just like fulfilling, and that's what I chased.
Yeah.
Rather than like making or shooting stuff just for the like like.
The looks of it.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, like I like to shoot stuff. I'm trying to like I think I can shoot. I have a pretty good eye. Like I like to edit a certain style.
Okay.
Um,
So would you say you're more of a photographer than a videographer?
I started off in photography, yeah. So I would say I would say I'm a photographer more than a videographer, but I do both. Like at this time, I do both. Yeah, I like direct videos and stuff, and like shoot photo campaigns. So I do a bit of both, and like everything.
Funny question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
When you started off, right?
Yeah.
Did you take pictures of flowers?
Flowers? No, I didn't.
Have you seen those, bro?
No,
There's
does
like
everybody-
there's like Instagram reels where they're like, I'm a photographer. I took this picture, and it's just like one flower.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah.
Dandelion.
Yeah.
Dandelion?
It's like a
That's the most
dandelion or
common-
something
yeah,
like that.
dandelion, like
It's like the most common like beginner
people-
stuff that people do.
Oh,
So I was
interesting.
wondering
Probably. I won't. I
If
don't
you had
know.
humble beginnings like that,
I had.
or you
The thing
just
is,
straight
so
out the
like
gate,
I bought. Okay, like I would used to borrow people's cameras and then shoot like concerts and stuff like that. And that's like because I used to be around music when I was like in Michigan and stuff like that. And like shout out to the people who like let me borrow their cameras, but like people just let me borrow their cameras, and I got comfortable enough. And then the reason I bought a camera was because I was leaving the country for like 3 or 4 months
Right.
to go to Pakistan to like study Urdu and stuff like that. So I'm like, I should probably have a camera. And at that point, I was just like, I had no money, so I was just like, oh, I'll buy this used, and it was like $500, and then that's kind of how I started building my own shit.
Okay, so you went through a whole journey to get to. where
Yeah,
you are
because I
right
was
now.
like more music focused, and then like, so like,
Ali, at what age were you like so into music? When did you know you wanted to do music in general?
I got FL Studio, Fruity Loops demo studio, whatever it's called.
Studio demo.
Yeah, the
It's
demo,
like
the
it's like
demo,
the-
the demo version. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
save it. You can only export it one time. So like, I saw. I think everybody has this story, but you just saw that like Crank That Soldier Boy. Like,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So I'm
I know
like,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna remake this, and I was like in high school at that point, so I got it then, and then like my mom would like be like, "What are you doing like on the computer for like hours?"
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm making beats, like, and I was like,
I'm
that's
about
where
to become. I'm about
that's
to
where I
become the
started,
next
and then
Soulja
like
Boy.
throughout college, I just like continued doing that stuff, but like after college, probably like 23, 22 till then.
So you continue on with music.
Yeah, a little bit. I was like singing. I was not that good at all. I just thought like I was delusional at that point.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
What the
why.
heck?
That's why I
Oh.
haven't. I might get this mic and start recording and fucking around. Some.
Yeah, you should, bro.
No.
Go ahead, sing something right
No,
now.
I'm not. Gonna
Okay, so when did the creative with the camera it hit, like when you were going to Pakistan?
It was so like while I was in music, I met this singer named Yuna, who's like
Yuna,
who's like really like impacted my career. I have to shout her out every single time, but she like changed the course of my life. Her and like a couple other people. But I was just like at concerts and stuff, and like I'm like I think concert photography was like where I started. It wasn't flowers or anything. It was like concert photography.
It's pretty intense to go
Yeah,
straight
you know,
to a concert with a camera.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was kind of, but it wasn't. It was just, like, for friends, and then, like, I think Yuna a couple of times, and then, like, and then I jumped into, like, the Pakistan thing, and that was it. It wasn't that much, like, leeway, and then Pakistan is where I got my most practice, probably,
Yeah.
just, like, on my own, just shooting, like, people and portraits and stuff like that, yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
How did you meet Yuna?
Through music. So like I had a friend, he used to rap, he still raps Big O music. So like him and I used to do music stuff together and back in the day, and he happened to meet her at I don't know, and then he introduced me because he's like,
okay.
yo, you should meet Ali and you should meet Yuna. And I was
Yeah.
like, cool.
And then from then you guys.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I mean, like we kept in touch, but yeah, it just like I think, yeah, it's just like a relationship that formed over time.
Okay, so with like, yeah, you still have that relationship with Yuna still, right?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I saw her like a month ago probably.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She's good. I think this like it's a weird time because it's like, again, like I don't know, like the whole Palestine thing is like still a thing and like it's still happening, but
Right.
I think it's just like impacted like a lot of artists and creatives and stuff, and like
Yeah.
especially her, and like that's all we kind of really talked about last time with her husband, like Adam.
Just the whole Israel like Gaza thing going on.
Yeah, like and how like that like makes us feel, and like it just like is the feelings that we had,
Yeah.
and like being a creative person like in that field and like feeling this, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because I think emotions impact a lot of like what you create.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%, especially emotions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so music, met Yuna, went to Pakistan, got the most practice ever there,
Probably, yeah.
and then, okay, so when you came back from Pakistan, did you think of this to be like some kind of career or whatever, or like did you like what were you thinking of like your future gonna be at this time?
So before I left for Pakistan, I spent a summer in New York interning at Vox Media.
Okay.
Uh,
So what? Sorry, what did you go to school for?
I went to school for. I got a double major in economics and international studies with a focus in political economy, and then I double minored in like South Asian studies and like music.
Oh, you're well educated, bro.
No, I barely passed.
Yeah, so but you're more educated than I am. But okay, go ahead.
So I thought.
Congratulations, Beta.
Thanks, whatever. Yeah, that degree did not come in handy. I was like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be like in policy, doing something in DC or something. I don't know. That's what I thought, but clearly did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you got internship with Vox Media.
Yeah, as a creative strategist intern. Yeah.
What is that? Creative strategist.
I couldn't tell you. It's just like making decks and like basically like thinking about like new ways of like content and like how that can like be a product for Vox or whatever. So it's like, yeah, it's just basically that and like how we can pitch clients.
So you were kind of in the content creation.
Not at the time.
Space?
No. I was just like thinking about things. I was like in the room and like
You were just thinking.
I was a fly on the wall, just like seeing how other creative strategists like do it.
Yeah.
Because I was just an intern, so I was just like basically just in the room, just
In the
trying to
room
help.
with
Yeah.
them, yeah. Okay. And then so New York happened. Then what?
Then I went to Pakistan, did the camera thing, got my camera. Then I came back to Michigan for a little bit. Did some like contract work for like random things.
Just like random freelance work.
Yeah, like not anything camera related. It was just like like dumb admin shit probably.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I need to go to New York. So I had like what $1,500, $2,000 in my bank account. I'm like, this will last me, because you don't know.
How old were you at this time?
I was actually older, 24, 25.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I got married at 24, 25.
Yeah,
bro.
so you were living a different life. I was just like, I
was
don't
thinking
know.
about marriage at this time. I already had a career and everything ready.
Yeah, you had a real thing going on.
Yeah.
I had none of that, because I was like, I was at Quicken where like a lot. Yeah,
Yes,
before
I
that.
remember you telling me about Quicken.
I was at Quicken for a little bit, and I was like, fuck this.
Yo, people make a life of a Quicken, bro. So
I mean,
why did you want to let all that go and go to New York?
I wasn't trying to be in Excel spreadsheets, and like it wasn't a right fit. Like it's just like not.
Like, what told you that like it's
like
not for me?
What told? I don't like. It's just like I was like, I don't want to be here. Like nobody like anybody could tell I didn't want to be there. Like it's just like not an ideal situation. That's why like I tried to pivot with the Vox Media thing. I was like, if I can get this internship, then I can like leave, and then like I could try to figure out another career pathway or whatever into the more creative space. So that's the whole reason. That's why I was like,
I tell this story of like, I saw engineers lose hair in front of me, and that's why I was like, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this cannot be healthy or happy.
No, it's I don't know how people do it. I mean, shout out to people who can. Like the corporate game is like if you play it right, it's good. I just like I don't think I'm that political. Like I don't think I can like do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your parents like tell you to go into that whole Quicken Laws and everything like that? Like, what were your parents' ideal?
I mean,
job
like
for you?
I was apparently the smartest because I went to like a good college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, like, you know, and finance or something. Like at that point, because like econ,
Yeah.
so I was like finance, and then I'm like, if I go to New York, but actually I did work as an analyst when I was in New York, because I needed money.
Yeah.
So but my parents just wanted me to be like, you know, finance or like.
They just wanted you to be good, I guess. Right?
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
So never like any pressure like to like do like so like when you were doing on the camera stuff, they didn't say anything to you. They were just like let them be.
Camera stuff was more in, I feel like after I left Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I feel like when I was like in Michigan, I was still trying to be like in the music scene.
Mm.
And they're like, I bought mics. I had no money buying mics. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
I bought all this stuff and equipment, like guitars and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm a be a musician. Like, I didn't know.
What did your parents say to your music passion? They supportive?
Not exactly, but like not like, cause I was like,
cause there's some religious Pakistani and Bengali families.
No, it wasn't like that. It was more like they're like, what is it? They just didn't know. I think they were seeing me figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
And cause I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, I met, you know, and it was like, it was cool because of people around me. Like I met, you know, and I was like, and I met like these people that were actually making a living out of music, and I'm like, yo,
it's possible.
This like inspired me to like, I'm like, there is a pathway, you know, like there is a pathway into this, and like there's a pathway into the creative arts, and like a way of sustaining yourself because I've seen people do it.
Right.
So I'm like, that like kind of inspired me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to like figure this out. But obviously, no. I mean, I performed a couple of times, like as an opener for like one festival. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a big festival, but like.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm on the right path. But like,
Yeah.
music is just really, really hard to get into and like make a living out of.
You still doing music right now?
No, I mean like, I'm a listener of music sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I like to sing, but I don't like. I haven't been recording anything or like making beats or anything like that for years.
Are you still in that space though, like the music space, like helping out other people?
No,
or
I mean,
getting people connected.
I haven't been in that space in a while. I feel like New York, like since I've been in New York, I've like pivoted into like more photo video stuff, and I don't know how like there's some overlap obviously, but like not as much. And especially with like what I do, it's like just completely different. So I haven't, I would want to work with a musician. That would be cool to like do some, videos or content, like photography around that. So
I think you got a big perspective, bro, because you're in two different worlds. I mean, they do overlap a lot, but you do have something that like, okay, so I do video. I have no idea about music.
Yeah.
It's just not something that I'm like interested in or even good at, right?
Yeah.
But you can bridge that gap if you could think about it.
A little bit, yeah.
That's maybe something that you work on here because now you're in New York, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you live in New York. $2,000 is not a lot in New York.
Yeah.
That's like what? Maybe a month of like running around.
So like actually like so I did have the benefit of living with family friends. I did pay them rent. It was like a few $100.
Oh yeah, let me hear your struggle in New York. Come on, tell me.
So I was like, damn, I gotta make this money work. I did get a job as like I worked at a bookstore when I moved there for a little bit, and then I got like a big boy job, like working for like a media like agency, like
how did you fall? Like how did you go from bookstore to media agency? Like how did that happen?
I mean, I just like if you
is it like meeting people and they like hook you up?
No, I mean
or
I was
what?
literally just like applying to jobs.
Right.
Like like my full-time job was like literally I was just like wake up and like this is like the first 3 months I was like, okay, like I'm gonna try to shoot stuff and then I'm gonna like do like a 9 to 5 basically. I just went to a coffee shop and I applied to jobs and like did that all day. And then like
so you moved to New York. Was it difficult for you? Like all your friends and family, because you grew up here, like, all your friends and family are here.
Yeah, I mean like
you have some. I know you were bunking with some family members. In New York.
They're not family members. They were like family friends.
Oh shit.
So it's like my mom's college friends. So like like
shout out to that lady.
Yeah. But they lived in the Bronx, so I was like,
oh okay, nice.
Yeah. So I was like just like hitting up anyone I knew in New York and like seeing what I could do and like trying to figure that out. But I just like applied to jobs and like eventually I was like I'm trying to do more in the media. Like my whole thing was like if I can get into like a media company or media agency, I can like pivot eventually into like find the creative team there and then like pivot into the creative team. Because I'm like I want to do something creative, but I just don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Did
you ever think about like just going freelance, like me and Tommy kind of floated around the freelance area?
Yeah.
Or did you just want to go into the like there's this establishment that I want to get into?
Thing is, at that point I wasn't doing video, and this is like a few years. Even photography, I didn't think I was like that good enough. Like I think I was just like I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out. So like I don't know if I will call myself a photographer, but I was just like I'm like dabbling. I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
And then so that's what I considered myself. Then I'm trying to figure this out. I'm still trying to figure out this music thing. I didn't really know which avenue to go down.
Right. Because what I'm trying to understand is like most people that like start. Oh, I picked up a camera. I'm a photographer, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Okay, start shooting weddings. Like that's like the easiest trap to fall into. Right?
Yeah.
So and it's just like you might want to do other stuff.
Yeah.
It's like to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Have a camera, go do weddings.
Yeah.
Then you fall into that trap. I'm surprised that did not happen to you.
So I mean, it could have happened to me because like a few people asked me, but it was more like I kind of wanted to be not in the wedding scene. I was like I purposely didn't want to do that because I'm like I don't know, like I couldn't see myself doing that.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm
horrible,
like,
right?
Yeah,
wedding photographer.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never done it.
Yeah.
You could. I don't know.
I think it's a horrible job, bro. Honestly,
you should be able to speak on that.
It was fun at the beginning.
Is that what you wanted to do? Is be a wedding photographer?
Not really.
What kind of photographer did you want to do?
We talked about this,
Yeah.
like when we first started. Remember, like the only reason we started as a wedding business
Yeah.
was it's a easy way to make money.
Yeah.
rather than having a media agency or like a media company and finding jobs for like commercially like to work for a company or
Especially here,
somebody,
bro.
like
Yeah.
I taught that as a path.
Yeah.
in Michigan we don't have anything like unless you have a good connection, like Menace Media, they have good connection probably.
Yeah.
They have, like, but here we don't have that. So
All right, Tommy, there are Ali to tell you.
that's why we started as like wedding, because
Got you. I mean, yeah.
people got to know us.
I'll see you,
Also,
Tommy.
like
Bye. I'm gonna miss you. Yeah, I'll see you Friday, bud. Tommy's leaving. But yeah, I think
now it's hard because we started with like small events, but when we go to bigger events now, like as a photographer, I think it's harder because he knows like people would come to him. You'd be standing with the camera. People would come to him.
I think you're right. There's a lot of things that could turn you off from wedding wedding photography. It's true, right? But I think because we didn't know exactly what photography we wanted to do, we just fell into that. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like it's not a good career or anything like that. There's a difference between your $200 per hour photographer and like, hey, can you just do this for free or can you do this for $100, right? So there's a business aspect. That's the complete business. That's different.
Yeah.
Right. So so you did Fox and then you got a. So
let me
job.
clarify.
Yeah.
If it's not Fox,
Oh, sorry.
VOX.
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 I'm saying Vox, but my throat is like clogged up.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
making like a whole bunch
I
of
just don't want to be associated with
accents.
Fox.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry. Okay, so tell me. I'm trying to get to the part where like you got to meet Jeff and like how did that end up?
I mean, okay, cool. So like, I guess, yeah, I started working as an analyst for this media agency, and I was like, fuck, this is not at all what I want to do.
Right.
I was like managing budgets and shit like that. I was like, this is not fun. Thankfully, Yuna, again, just literally, I was like, damn,
Yo,
this is
shout out Yuna, bro.
Yuna fucking changed my whole life. Like her and Jeff changed my whole. Like I owe my whole career to them. Like for real.
Right.
Just looking out. I mean, they saw like a kid with potential and some talent, like, and like semi-personal. Be like I could talk a little bit.
You could definitely talk.
But so she was in town for like album promo. So she's going like all these like radio stations like Apple Music or whatever the fuck. But like she's like, can you shoot for me? I'm like, yeah. And then I took a couple of days off of work, borrowed like 3 cameras from 3 different people, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot everything. And then like just went along and like hung out with her, shot everything, and then she's like, oh, I have to meet a friend, do you want to join for dinner?
Yeah.
And it was Jeff and his wife, Jeff Staple.
So you had no idea.
I had no idea who this man was.
So when you saw him, did you think like, oh, this is Jeff Staple? Or did you just like,
No,
some guy?
it's like because with her I've met like really famous people,
right?
So I like either I don't know who they are or like I know who they are and I'm like still
like, oh, don't act weird.
I don't, yeah,
Just
like
whatever.
with her I went to like Rihanna's after party and like met Diplo, like fucking like Doja, like you know what I mean? Like,
so you got used to it.
No, at that point I was still like starstruck a little bit, but like
did you have like that syndrome where you're like, yo, I'm not supposed to be in this table?
I was literally like not dressed. I didn't know how to dress at that time, like well, because I had no money. I was buying clothes and shit, like H&M shit. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and then what? Yeah, and then I just looked out of place, and I'm like, I'm the only brown dude in this motherfucking room, with like me and like Yuna like looked outwardly like different and like in like rooms and stuff like that, but like it was just like I was in these like hanging out with fucking Diplo, like hanging out with like 21 Savage, like 21 Savage, Chris Rock, like all these like, sorry to name drop, but that's like the rooms I was in, and it was just like
name drop, bro. It's good for my podcast.
It's not like I'm name dropping for like the reasons,
but like, just, like the room, the atmosphere of the room, like how much of like influence is in that room, right? Is that what you're
influence, and like the fact that like I like dress like a nerd, like I dress like an analyst. Like,
you dress like an analyst.
I wore like glasses. I didn't know how to, like, you know what I mean, like I wasn't like fashionable like that. Again, like H&M shit, like whatever.
Yeah. Just get by the day.
Huh?
Just to get by, just to get through the day.
Yeah, but the only reason I got access to stuff was like because I had a camera in my hand, and they're like, oh, you're a photographer, like you clearly don't look the part, so you're a photographer. And then like honestly, like just like having a camera in your hand like grants you so much access. Like
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Like
Me and him even talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
It's surprising that like after we picked up a camera, like we went to the Pistons Open. They had a in-season tournament game.
Yeah.
The first one with like Embiid and everybody. Like,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like we were there.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Oh,
Like
sick.
yeah, it was like for me to like
Yeah.
think back when I was 16. Like it's crazy that this camera
Yeah.
got me there
Yeah.
for free without even like trying that
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, like that's very insane. So, okay, so where is this conversation happening? So then you meet Jeff. Then what happens?
Yeah, I'm talking to Jeff, like talking my shit. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to like do this
Yeah.
and this. I didn't know who he was. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm like starting, like I'm expanding my agency. Like we just like got an office or whatever. I'm like, oh, cool. I still didn't know. I looked him up afterwards or whatever, and he like paid for the dinner because he just paid for the dinner. And then so I was like, I DM'd him. I'm like, yo, thank you for dinner. Like it was nice to meet you. And then I'm like, if you have any like, I'm a photographer. Like if you have any projects, like we'd love to like connect on stuff. And he's like, yeah, I have a project in mind. And then and then we got on the phone. And then he's like, yo, I'm trying to like really build out my social stuff. I need someone to like travel with me and like shoot content. And then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do that. First he wanted me to do like freelance, but I'm like, I can't do that shit freelance. I just got this healthcare, like health insurance shit. So I was just like, you have to give me a full-time offer. And then he gave me a full-time offer. And then I quit my job like the next day, pierced my nose.
Oh,
like,
no way.
I'm like, I'm a
right after.
Yeah, he gave me a written offer, like, you
didn't give him like 2 weeks or nothing. You just
I gave him 2 weeks. And I like pierced my nose. I put my earrings back in. I was like, I'm a creative.
Yo,
like, this is legit. Like, I always wanted my nose pierced. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I just got it like right before I quit because I was like, yeah.
What a statement to make, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, this is legit. Like, that's like cemented. You know what I mean?
So
dumb.
before that, you didn't have any piercings or anything, right?
No, I had earrings.
Earrings.
Yeah,
I had ears.
I have ears. I've had ears.
But the nose ring is like the significance.
Yeah, that was.
I'm a creator now.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, I'm a photographer in New York City, baby. I made it.
Yo.
That was like what it was. Yeah.
So the offer from Jeff, was it like good enough to take care of you while you were in New York?
I mean,
or was it just like an open-ended like?
It was like open. It was. I mean, thinking back, I was just like 25, 26. Like it was. I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. Like honestly, like I would have
You
taken.
just wanted to run.
I wanted to like
get away
be
from
given the opportunity to like just like
Give it
be
a
a
shot.
creative person, and I was like, I'm like I can make this work. It wasn't like a lot, but I made it work, and like yeah. And then
Yeah, you seem to have a lot of like self-confidence, bro.
I don't know if I do, but like
No, you definitely do. Because you think about it, you left to go to New York
yeah.
to pursue something that kind of didn't have a blueprint.
I don't know if
for.
it's self-confidence or just like being delusional and like young.
I think delusion comes. I think all.
Because like now I'm like,
creative people are delusional in some way.
but I'm like if I like
Successful people are delusional usually.
But in delusional in the sense was like, look, like I was like, okay, like the offer was like, so I didn't grow up with money, so I was like, I didn't know the concept of like what I really needed to live.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh shit, like I grew up on like less than 60K, like in Michigan.
Mm,
I'm like, oh, that offer beat that, like that's like,
that's making it.
yeah, that's making. I'm like, shit, I'm out earning my whole family. Like you mean like, I was like, damn, I fucking made. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so it's like, but I was like, oh, this is actually not how like.
Life works.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is a high cost, state or whatever. Michigan is different. Like, it's just, yeah. So it's like, yeah. And so like, I just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
I feel like if that was like now, at my big age of 31, like I don't know if if we would like come out that way. If I would have taken that pathway. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun to reflect
yeah.
on, but
I've had offers from like big companies and like that like I've turned down.
oh then okay so now you're working for Jeff and his new creative agency that he just made, right?
Yeah.
Are you like the first couple to get
Well,
there to start that, or he already had something established?
So it was him and like another designer, but no, but this time he hired like like a person that had it, and then like a creative director and like we had an art director and then me as content, but like I wasn't like technically I was hired through the agency, but I was more just Jeff's like photographer. I wasn't like working for the agency like that exactly. There's some overlap. I would shoot events and stuff that Jeff was at. I would travel and like shoot him and like different like, you know, things and events that he was at.
Yeah. So like the context moment, you know how Gary Vee had Babin?
Yeah.
He
Yes.
was Babin before Babin.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. He actually started before Gary Vee started, right?
Babin?
No. I'm talking about you started doing that for Jeff before Babin was doing it for Gary Vee.
No. I think Babin was doing. Yeah. I don't know anything about like.
But you were basically the Babin to Jeff.
Yeah. I would say that. Yeah.
So you were just going around any kind of convention he does, any kind of work, just making content for him.
Yeah.
So
And,
his
like,
personal content.
Yeah. His personal content for his like Jeff Staple account. Yeah.
Mhm. That makes sense because around that time everybody was kind of doing that. Every like big
This is like
16, 17,
no. This is 18, 19.
18, 19 is around that time.
Yeah.
Is there around that time? Okay, so what happened? Where did that lead you? Like, what are some of the cool stuff that you got to do working for this agency?
So I started like I think actually June. When was the pandemic?
2020.
20 March, right? So I started.
Pretty easy number to remember, bro.
It's been a foggy few years.
Yeah. Plus it's like almost 10 o'clock today.
Yeah. I started June or July of 2019 actually with Jeff. My first when did the Toronto Raptors win? The
2021.
No, 19.
No, 19.
19?
So I was there in
2019?
Yeah.
Then the Lakers won. Yeah, you're right.
So my first day was actually in Toronto because we had an event.
Oh,
Jeff had an event. So and it was the same night that the Toronto Raptors won.
Yeah.
So like I was there for that in Canada. That was my first day, and then
Dope.
so like my first day was like travel, and then with him I went to Vegas, I went to LA a few times, Mexico City, Paris, like we were like, and I was shooting like I saw like ASAP Ferg my first first or second week of work. Like I was like shooting, I was like who is this man? Like I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, so you didn't have like he's that big, right?
Yeah, I didn't know, like he had a podcast with Hypebeast, so he was just like interviewing like all these like crazy people, and I was like shooting all of them because I was just like traveling with him and stuff, like whatever. So we shot like fucking like one of the Arnauds. Actually, yeah, we shot one of the Arnauds, like, and then that's why we went in Paris and stuff like that. It was like crazy types of people that I was like.
Were you doing like video at the same time, or video came after?
I started with photography. Video came. Yeah, he's like, can you do video too? I'm like, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
I didn't. But at that point, I had done one video, probably one or two videos.
So you're following around just taking pictures, basically.
No, I was at Toronto. I did a video.
Like you made a whole video.
Yeah, I made a whole video for that. Yeah.
So what is this, like a YouTube video? It's like
YouTube, Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some of your Instagram work. For a guy who does not, you shoot really good stuff, bro.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Bro, some of the like. I'm gonna try to put some of his work on here. Yo, there's this one you made. It was like they were at like they were taking the materials and stuff like that. You know which one I'm talking about?
I know.
Bro, it was so good. But I'm gonna tag you in it and be like, yo, how did you make this?
my stuff from like 4 years ago. I mean, like I didn't even know what frame rates were. Like I was shooting like, you know, like I didn't know this stuff. Like I was just like winging it, and then I was just like
4 years ago, I didn't know either, bro. So
I was out for video, and like I didn't know any of that stuff. Like I didn't know like, you know, the 180 shutter, or like I didn't know the shutter rules and stuff like that. So like I was just like, okay, cool, like it's the same thing. I'll just like shoot at the same time, whatever. And then I found out later, I was like, oh, that's not how it works. So it's like
there's a little bit of technical
yeah. So that's what happened.
But then like you had the creative eye though.
I feel like I had an eye and I had an ear, and I think that's like what got me into rooms, because it's like I feel like if I didn't have an ear, I wouldn't be doing like the music stuff. I wouldn't meet like people. I wouldn't like have people fucking with me. I was pretty raw with all this stuff. Like I feel like I had some talent, but it's just all unrefined and like raw.
Yeah.
Because I had no guidance. I didn't go to school. Wasn't like practicing like as like from a young like early age or whatever.
Yeah.
So like everything was like, I'm like, oh, I have a pretty good ear. I have a pretty good eye. Like I could draw. I had a scholarship to art school through my drawings and stuff like that. So like I didn't go, but like I kind of had an eye. I feel like,
yeah,
and I was always into this shit. So
that makes sense. I got a. Google had like a competition back in the day
yeah.
where you could draw something out and they would put it on their homepage.
Oh, you won that?
I won that.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
So you can draw.
I used to know how to draw. Then I told my mom that I hate this what I want to do. She's like, nah, you're gonna become an engineer. I was like, okay, mom.
I mean, looking back, I feel like my parents kind of like always had the inkling that I was like artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom thought I was autistic. There's a little bit different.
I was actually, when I was in kindergarten, I was like tested for that for
Oh,
autism.
really?
Yeah, because I didn't talk. I was like a shy, quiet kid.
Oh, that's
I was
crazy.
also like English as my second language, so it's
Yeah.
like I didn't know how to like communicate with people.
You were born in Pakistan, right?
No, I was born in Detroit actually.
Yeah.
But I lived in Pakistan like
Oh, okay.
after I was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You learned Urdu or in Pakistan?
Yeah.
Speak
Yeah. I mean, and now I don't know about now, but like I mean, yeah.
No, the reason I'm asking because like I like Urdu shairis.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
good poetry, yeah.
Poetries and stuff, and they have some nice words. Like
Yeah.
I've been learning. Like the other day I learned. Like,
I didn't know you were into this, Mama.
What?
I'm hearing another side of you. I didn't know about this.
He's a quiet man. I'm sure he's
you're-
like.
You're a poet now?
I'm not a poet. I
I can see you like sitting in like a room, just like
Yeah.
drinking like tea and just like reading,
just
like
No,
reading.
he's actually my he does that vibe. He doesn't get to show that very often. But
like sitting by a fireplace type.
Yeah.
Like I would sit by my
let his wife
computer.
come. He got married last year.
Yeah.
Let his wife come. All the shairis and stuff.
Oh, okay. I got you. How's
I
how's
don't-
married life? How do you find it? Like, because I always wonder. I'm like, it's like like
For
having a
me, I don't
relationship
know,
as a
it didn't
creative
hit
person.
Me yet,
Huh?
'cause It didn't hit me like a married man yet.
Yeah.
She's in Bangladesh, right?
Oh, got it.
So she's still over there, and I'm still living in a bachelor life.
Yeah.
Like home.
What do you want to know about being married, bro?
Oh yeah, you both are married.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
a kid, so.
But
I
like
have a little bit more experience.
So like how? Yeah, I forget. Yeah. Because you're here at 10 p.m. whatever. It's like yeah.
Yeah, well, I told her I'm making money. I'm not. This is for free for
Yeah.
me. But go ahead.
No, how is it like?
In one sense, man. So say like for your life, right? You're traveling.
Yeah.
Are you traveling more now?
I've recently been traveling. I went to Tokyo and went to LA. Yeah.
Tokyo, okay, but that's not for work though.
That was
right?
for work.
That
Yeah.
was for work.
Yeah.
Shit, yo, Tokyo. Okay. I thought you went for fun.
No,
You
I went 1 week for fun, and then 1 week I had to go for work. I just went early.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, cool stuff you made over there for what?
Yeah, I mean it's
Can you talk about it or no?
I can kind of talk about it.
Wait, are you under like an NDA and stuff like that? That stuff is
My
real?
company is no, I actually am. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I can't talk about some. I forget what the fuck I can't talk about
Yeah.
because
So,
no one's asking me questions about shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I mean,
so basically we have a marketing campaign that I shot for a shoe company that they're dropping a collaboration that we curated,
yeah.
and I shot the video for it, and then we hired a really dope photographer to shoot the campaign for it, and then I shot a photo editorial for Hype Piece. That's gonna be coming out on Hype Piece
Okay, so this is what I wanted to ask you.
of the designer.
But after I
Yeah.
and then right after that, we'll talk about being married, okay? And how your life would be if you're married. There's some things you need to consider if you are thinking about getting married.
Yeah.
Do you need interns?
Do I what?
Do you need interns?
Interns?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm down, bro.
I'm down.
I'm down to do a little season with you, like,
We'll see.
know what
We'll
I
see.
mean?
We'll talk about it.
because the
We'll talk
stuff
about
that you know is
Yeah.
literally like I wish I could put in a pocket.
it. What do you mean?
Just that, bro. You're going out to Toronto. You're doing an editorial piece, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's not something that we know how to
Yeah.
do. So you probably second nature, and it's probably logistics and stuff like that.
That's
that you
been a
know.
bit more recent. That's I would say like I started shooting campaigns and stuff in the last
Yeah.
2 years.
Don't even know how to do that.
I mean, I didn't. I had to. I had
Yeah.
like everything in my life. I
sorry,
had to figure
it's
it
not that
out.
I don't know how to do it. We haven't been put in a position to know how to do that. You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of things. Like I feel like even with me, like I feel like I waited for permission to do stuff.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta go and do it. You know what I mean? Like you're like I don't know, huh?
You think spec work's a good idea for new people?
Yeah, I would say so. Like even like for me, like I want to do a documentary. I have never made a fucking documentary, but I made like I made a short doc, like a 15-minute thing, but like with somebody else. But like besides that, I haven't really done like much documentary.
That's something
work.
you want to do, right?
That's something I want to get into, like feature films and stuff like that. But like I have no idea how to do that. It's just getting that like trial and error, and like if it sucks, it sucks. It's not gonna be the best. And like any like director that I've talked to that's like done a feature film, which is not that many actually.
Yeah.
They're like just start with a short film, like try to figure that out and like go from there. Like it's just like, yeah, and you can learn. Like I don't know. I feel like I didn't go to school for this shit, and I'm like doing all right.
So raw, bro. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I want you to know
Yeah,
it's incredible, bro.
it's cool. Yeah, it's
Like you
yeah.
play it off is so wild to me. The way you play it off is wild to me.
Why? What do you mean?
It's like, why? What do you mean? I'm just going down the street and coming back. You know what I mean? Easy. Yeah, I'm just going to the store and coming back.
I feel like
To film, why you think?
maybe I'm a little jaded. Maybe
Yeah.
at this point I'm a little jaded.
Are you?
Maybe, probably. I feel like I've a little jaded, but I need to like not be jaded anymore. I need to like step it up and take it up another like level and plan for that, which is like feature film stuff or like writing stuff out or like doing bigger campaigns or doing like more editorial, like
It's more personal stuff for you.
yeah, more personal stuff. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a lot of luck. It's a lot of like raw talent that people saw in me, like gave me a shot opportunity. Like it's a lot of that too.
Yeah, he's
Putting
delusional.
yourself in the right places. I don't know.
Yeah, he's delusional. He doesn't understand how far. Okay, all right. Married wise. Okay, so you're traveling. Number one.
Yeah.
So you don't have like a set schedule. I'm saying, right? Do you have a schedule right now? Do you have like
No.
a 9 to 5 schedule or what?
Kind of like I have a 9 to. I would say it's like a 9 to 5. Like when I wake up, I like edit. I like.
There you
shoot
go. You
stuff,
can't get
yeah.
married.
I can't get married.
Can't get married because you can't travel by yourself.
You can't travel by yourself.
And so you know how you took out like a week. So imagine your expenses, right?
Yeah.
Right now, this is a very important to think about. Is expenses, right? So say you're working, right? You have this expense. Let's say you're going to Tokyo again.
Yeah.
And they're paying for the flight, obviously.
Yeah.
So would they pay for that 1 week ahead?
So
Or would you have to pay for it?
I paid for like my stay
You pay for your stay.
and food.
So you have to pay for that stay for 2 people.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do. Your expenses are going to go up.
Okay.
So if she's not working or if you guys have
Yeah.
a family together, that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Your cost of living goes up immediately. Your lifestyle changes also.
Interesting.
So your lifestyle, like right now, you only live off of shrimp and cup noodles.
No, I
Because
don't.
I'm just saying, like you'll be able to do the bare minimum. That's
No,
amazing,
yeah. I
right?
get what you're saying. Yeah.
But when she's around, you can't.
Yeah. But
For far and few, I feel like would be able to be down for, it, but not for long term. I feel like
that makes sense.
you start thinking about long.
But you have
term
a
bit
kid.
more. Yeah, I have a kid.
You took it one step further. You're like I'm committed.
Yeah.
You have a kid.
Yeah. No, the thing is, when I met my wife, this all started.
Yeah.
When I had my kid, I started thinking about long term business.
Do you think it helps you to think about like long term stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. You have to think long term. I feel like the whole mentality changed
Yeah.
when I had my son Junaid.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, am I gonna leave this to him,
Mm-hmm.
or is this gonna fund his future efforts, like his future to development?
Yeah.
And that was a very important thing to me because I don't have healthcare. I have to pay for healthcare.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't have any stability, so it's like the time that I have, am I giving it back to him, or am I giving it back to the business, which is gonna fund for him in the future?
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like those kind of decisions you have to make. Like if I work a 9 to 5, dad goes to work 9 to 5, he comes home, he takes care of you,
Yeah.
does whatever he needs to do, boom, boom, boom. Then we go on family vacation every 2 months of summer. But sometimes in the summertime, I'm gone for like a month.
Yeah.
He doesn't have me.
Yeah.
His mom has to watch him. A kid is a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it without my wife. But
Mm-hmm.
those are when you have a wife, you start thinking about like, okay, how much can I do?
Yeah.
Right? Together, experience, wealth, our growth, and our income together.
Mm-hmm.
Do fun stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have a kid, you start thinking about long term. To stay stable. Am I gonna be able to leave this behind to them? So because if I'm gone, who's gonna keep paying the bills?
Yeah.
I even had this conversation with my partner already. Like if something were to happen to me, what he needs to do to make sure my family's okay. The same thing goes for vice versa,
Oh, well.
right?
Yeah.
So even if I'm gone, TTO will live on forever. So my company is called Through the Lens Production.
Yeah.
I named it production, but it's actually we do a lot more wedding stuff than anything else.
Yeah.
But it gives me a creative platform to do stuff like this
Yeah.
with you. You know, where it's this gonna take me, I have no idea. It's already taking me to Menace Media and we're here, Chroma. And
No,
us
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
So you're right. Like a camera could take you to a whole different type.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
places.
yeah.
But my understanding is that this industry is so big and there's so many different like categories that you can fall into.
Yeah.
I just want to explore and see how far I can take it. But money-wise, it's very important to be financially stable. The wedding game is the one that's keeping us afloat.
Got it.
Whatever else happens, I'm just happy to intake as much as I can.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And like most of your weddings are like summer?
Most of our weddings are summertime. Those like June, July, August is like the hottest months,
Got it.
literally.
Yeah. And then like what are you doing the rest of the year?
Rest of the year, any kind of straggler weddings
Yeah.
or just plan for the next year. That's mostly what's going on right now. The reason why I even had the time to be here this whole week we've been in Chroma, right?
Yeah.
Is because this is the time that me and Maheen usually take to kind of recalibrate what we want to do for next year. Because like when we started, it was can we make money?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's oh shit, we're making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now let's start buying all the stuff we want to buy,
Yeah.
like little
You
kids.
got like
Yeah, like little kids, bro. Literally, like we just kept buying.
Yeah.
Stuff. And then it became oh shit, COVID.
Yeah.
Is it ever gonna come back?
Mm-hmm.
It came back. How do we keep it now? So now it's just how do we keep it going?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a little bit more different than like that's a whole nother stress by itself. It's like
Mhm.
okay, we're taking ourselves as a legitimate business. Let's fix our systems and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
The infrastructure around it.
yeah, the infrastructure around it, right? But I have dreams, bro. Like I didn't wake up and picked up a camera and was like, yeah, I want to make wedding films. It was more like I want to make YouTube films. I want to make documentaries. I want to tell a story here and stuff like that. So this is when I get my opportunity to do all that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, you have the equipment. Just like I guess like if you just gotta find the time, I guess.
I just gotta find the time. I just gotta find the right thing that I'm passionate about, which is what's happening as we speak, bro. Yeah, we're not here in Chroma for no reason.
Yeah, for sure.
We're planning some stuff, and then hopefully I get a chance to like. Push
No,
it.
yeah. I mean, it's cool what they're doing and with the Menace Media and stuff. Like yeah, like they're it's
Because this
I
wasn't
saw you
around
guys-
when you started this, right?
No, none of this was around. It was just like, I feel like the thing about Detroit and Michigan in general, it's like there's so much talent, but like it felt like at that time people needed to leave to like do something with it.
100%. I
And
felt like
then-
I needed to leave at 1.2.
You thought, yeah.
No, like ever since I was 18, I wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to New York.
Do you still feel that way?
Huh? We feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Me and Maheen will literally have conversations with people from New York where they'll
Yeah.
talk about their business with me. I have a lot of like connections in New York now.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but it just
Yeah.
I met you now, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like when you have conversations with them and they're telling me all the stuff that they're doing,
Yeah.
me and Maheen will have that conversation like, man, if we were in New York, we would have killed it.
Yeah.
You know, you just get that feeling, right? So, but it's okay. Like, I think we could do it here.
And I think that's needed here too, and it's like cool that you guys are like here, and it's like homegrown. Like if I didn't feel like I needed to leave, I don't think I would have.
I think everybody needs to leave at one point because I went to New York a couple times.
Yeah.
And I did some shoots over there, and it really helped me learn more about what things I need to do better here.
Yeah.
I feel like, right? So it's like if there is an Ali in Michigan, and you want to learn stuff like that Ali's doing,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go to New York to go learn that. But if you want to come back, it'll be easier
Yeah.
for you. Like now you know more. So I feel like that
Education, yeah.
traveling and meeting new people is
Yeah.
absolutely 100% necessary. You
Yeah.
cannot be here forever.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I recently went to Tokyo, and that like I'm usually like pretty like I've like
is it as dope as everybody says, bro? Because I really want to go to Tokyo.
no, you should go to Tokyo. It's like I mean, I'm like very much like, oh, I want to move there, but I'm not gonna move there. But like, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, damn, like if it would be cool to do like a 3 to 6 month stint there. It's just like one of the largest cities. I think it's like the second largest or the first largest, like after Shanghai or something like that. But like it's a dope city. It's everyone's well dressed. Everyone's like, it's so efficient, and like there's so much inspiration and culture around,
Yeah,
and like so much craziness. It's like you don't expect like everything to work, but it works so efficiently and like makes sense, but doesn't make sense at the same time. It's just like so I don't know how to explain. You just gotta go there. It's
I really want to go. It's one of my
Yeah.
dreams. It's on my bucket list to go there.
no, and like I think the flight's the most expensive thing. Like living and like food is pretty cheap, so like if it's not a bad destination to go to.
Yeah, but I gotta take 2 people with me.
Yeah,
My wife and my kid.
No, that's true. That's true.
And then on top of that, if I go, mine gotta go. And if mine gotta go, then his wife gotta go. Then it's just a whole Bengali tourist group.
That's like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you guys have other
So
responsibilities.
did you go out there by yourself for an extra week or what?
So yeah, I went for Thanksgiving week.
So you went by yourself?
I went by myself for like a day or two, and then like a friend of mine joined, and then like we hung out, and then I made my way to Tokyo from Kyoto. Yeah,
That's cool, bro.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna start wrapping this up. What is going on with you now? Like, oh no, I forgot the main thing. You work with Hassan Minaj. Can you talk about that?
That's
or no?
not the main thing, but yeah, that's like a thing I've done.
It's like the most clickbaity thing that I can think of.
There's so many things I've done.
Then tell me, bro,
I feel like people focus on the hustle and stuff.
because I don't know much about like what else have you done. You know what
I just started.
I only
just
hear
started-
about the stuff that other people have
Yeah,
talked about.
I just started campaign for the MLS.
Oh
I just-
damn!
I just like produced a thing with the champion. I just did a thing with Netflix. Like I
What did you do for the MLS?
I shot a campaign, like a
Shot
photo.
a whole campaign? Did you
Yeah.
meet players or stuff or what?
In the past, I met one. We worked with like the MLS in general. I shot something for the New York like football team. So
Yeah.
we shot something with a player, but this is like not a player shoot.
Yeah.
I've shot stuff for the Rangers. I shot.
I feel like I really like insulted Ali. I'm sorry.
No. It's just like. I mean, I've done
Are you really tired of it? I feel like you're tired of it.
the hustle stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like people like just see the hustle stuff and like all this stuff and like the unit stuff and associate me with it. Which
Yeah.
is cool. It's like you get to be around those names and stuff. But like I have so much work.
We want to
Uh,
see it.
Huh?
We
I
wanna
don't
see
post. I also don't post.
Yeah,
anything.
we want to see it, bro.
I don't post anything.
Especially me. I want to see it.
I shot at Madison Square Garden, and the same night I shot Carnegie Hall. Like that was like a 2 check boxes.
Right. Big check.
And I don't know
boxes,
any
bro.
like brown photographers that have done that. You know what I mean?
No.
So
What
it's
are you
like
doing?
it's like so that's like when I think about like where I've been.
Yo,
and,
you
like,
need an Ali for you.
maybe a little bit, but like I mean like when I think about all the shit that I've shot or like the people I've like talked to, like been around, it's like, yo, I really made this happen off like a fucking $500 camera. Like it just like fucking rolled that rock up the hill,
Yeah.
and like I'm still trying to push forward and stuff.
You're still going.
Yeah, I'm still going. Yeah, for the time being, I don't know what the future holds. But
So
yeah.
you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, for 4 years. Yeah.
So MLS champion.
Yeah, I
Which is
mean
like the brand I always wear. What else?
Crocs, like fucking
Crocs.
literally Crocs. Like I don't know, like Kohan, like random
Netflix.
ass Netflix.
You've done a Netflix campaign or show? Like what?
We shot some merch for Netflix. We shot,
Merch.
like merch campaigns and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I don't even. I've been in a Rizzoli book, which is like if you're like into art books, it's like one of like the better. Like it's
Yeah.
like Rizzoli. I just shot some stuff for a magazine. Shot like that we're actually releasing in house, but it's like coming out in January. So like I shot a marketing thing for that. Like yeah, this Tokyo shoot that I just did is gonna be so sick.
You need to post this stuff, bro.
I definitely, that's the thing, I'm like really bad at it because I'm just like so burnt out all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't post it.
I wanted to ask you. You're doing all this cool stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure people that hear it are like,
Oh, even GQ. I had a whole GQ thing that I did.
oh my god, my.
I was like, yeah, like I forgot. I work
Should
with.
I have Googled you before I came?
I'm not Google. I don't know what people know me. I've done Puma, like
Yeah,
like
Puma too. Yeah. Well, yeah, Mama, Google him and tell me
No,
what they
you-
say about him.
there's not much you can like
Give me his LinkedIn.
my LinkedIn.
Yo, give me his LinkedIn. I want to read his LinkedIn. Bring up his Facebook. Bring up his MySpace for back in the day.
Yeah.
But
MySpace.
Yeah. Did you have a MySpace?
No, I never had a MySpace.
You didn't have MySpace.
No, I just Facebook.
You went straight to Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a MySpace.
You had.
You're 31. You should have had a MySpace.
I feel like I missed a few boats.
Yeah, probably at Pakistan at that time.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So so you've done a lot of cool stuff, but so like I mean, people that hear these stories are like,
Yeah.
it's a dream.
No,
projects, bro, right?
I realize that it's like, oh, cool, you've done. For me, it's like I'm just
It's work.
yeah, it's work, and I'm just shooting. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm like. I know what I'm doing, so let me get that straight. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's a lot of logistics, and I'm always just thinking about it. And like, I, I've been a little burnt out. Like I think, and like now that I've like on this like holiday break or whatever, it's been like good to just sit with like and not do anything and just think about the things that I've done. I'm like, who would have thought? Like honestly, like who would have thought
This is your
this is like the life that I dreamed about, kind of like
Yeah.
honestly.
So
I
what's
just
your
have-
next dream now?
My next, I mean, to be a filmmaker. I think I had my lost in translation moment in Tokyo. I was like, I'm gonna now get into films. Like I'm trying to like write stuff with like other people because I'm not the best writer,
Yeah.
but I kind of want to get into directing like actual like real films instead of just like campaign videos.
If you need a guy to bring donuts to your set, I'll be there.
you can do more than bring donuts, honestly. I want to do a Detroit thing. Like I definitely want to be here more, and I think I'm gonna try to like spend as much time as I can in the
Yeah.
next like few months if I can.
Yeah, I think people like you are very important to other people. You know what I mean? Like, I do think you need to post more stuff.
Yeah.
So, cause if you inspired me 4 years ago,
Yeah.
imagine who you can inspire now.
No, I mean, and like people have said this to me. It's like
And I know you're burnt out. Take your time. Take your
posting
time.
stuff,
Yeah.
or
take your
just talking.
No.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just to take your time. Talking too, but if you're tired,
I feel like stuff like this helps me like kind of like think about what I can do and like what I'm doing and like what that means to people. Because I people have told me, they're like, yo, like you're actually doing things that like who would, like honestly, like it's important. Like I don't know that many South Asian photographers. I don't like that are like doing it at my level or whatever. Not to be like there are levels to it.
There probably is, but we
prob-
probably don't have access to them.
And I know some of them, and I look up to them, and I'm like, they're supposed to be my peers, but they're like
Yeah.
just really dope photographers and like video people and stuff like that. But like it's good to have visibility on you, because I feel like, yeah, it's like if you see another person doing something that looks like you, that automatically makes it like I can reach out to that person, like ask for help, or like there's a way into this, and like that's
Yeah.
sustainable too.
I think it's very important to find somebody that you think is above them.
This what?
I think it's good
Yeah.
to find people that you think are better than you. So you have
Yeah.
something to strive for every time.
Yeah.
So you know how you're saying like, oh yeah, they're supposed to be my peers, but I look up to them. This is a
Yeah.
good thing. If your
Yeah.
peer you're looking up to,
yeah.
that means you're only gonna keep getting better.
Yeah, and like the people, like it's networking. It's like, yeah, I do want to like reach a level of like affluence and success that like I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people reach.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think, but
But you think they're capable of it, right?
huh?
Anybody's capable of it.
I think anyone's capable of it. Yeah, I think it's just practice and hard work and like learning. And I feel like I'm 4 years into this, and I feel like I'm just starting. To be honest with you.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
Same here, bro. Same here.
Yeah.
Me and mine talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I get frustrated a lot of like, oh, I want to be here. Why am I not there? This
Yeah, yeah.
forever, la, 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 whatever. And he's like, well, we only been doing it for 4 years.
The last
That's what
4
you're
years,
complaining about. People take 10 years to do this.
Yeah. I've done my career's I've been very lucky and very blessed, like to have shot stuff that like it takes years for people to get to, and I just see the last 4 years as like college, like art school basically, that I didn't go to, and it's
Yeah.
like not that I'm like coming out of this 4 year thing. I'm just getting started, honestly. Like this is like, now what can I do
Yeah.
now that I have more skills and like more stuff under my belt?
I like though. Like, what kind of films did you want to make? Let's do some manifesting right now.
There's a couple documentaries that I want to do. I have an idea that like I don't want to share right now, but
The one you can't share. Obviously. Yeah, just share the ones you can't share.
I mean, there's only like two things that I'm thinking about. But I definitely want to do something in Detroit. I think like the music scene in Detroit is kind of cool that I want to like touch upon. Like it's where I got my start. I think like there's a lot of influential people, producers that came from here, like Jay Dilla, like, you know, like Motown started. I mean, it's like there's so much history and art history here, and like Michigan has the most talent, like I would say, like that I've seen anywhere, that like it's just so untapped and unrefined.
Right.
that I want to come back here and like figure that out. Like I don't know what that story is yet. Like I think there's pieces in my head, but I don't know what that full-fledged story is yet. And maybe you can help me with that, or like because you've been here longer.
Yeah.
You've been here the last 4 or 5 years, so like I wouldn't know. But there's like another documentary idea that I'm like kind of trying to
100%.
put a deck and pitch together for, and trying to figure that out.
Okay, cool. I'm excited for your next 4 years.
Actually, I'll just run it by you. It's like, okay, like
Well, you're running it by. Okay, let's see.
I don't. Okay, so like, so I like kind of put this in the back burner for a little bit because like this last year's been kind of crazy, but I think it's like a resurgence with like I've been thinking about it more because of like the whole Palestinian like Israeli thing happening.
Yeah.
I think like the watermelon has been like a fruit that's kind of been used as like this like resistance kind of thing, right? And I think like there's certain fruits associated with like certain demographics, like stereotypes and all this stuff.
Right.
And I think with South Asian people, I think like the mango has been a symbol of that. I just don't. My only concern is like, is it too cliche as like a brown man to be talking about mangoes? But like, I think there's a funny way to do it. I think there's a way to do it that's like.
Okay, what do you mean by cliche that a brown man is to talk
Because
about?
I feel like, you know, like talking about mangoes, it's like talking about, it's like, yeah, like if you look at like a South Asian person in the media, it's like they're portrayed as certain people, like types of characters, like taxi drivers, like terrorists, whatever, like, you know, like leading men, like, not generally like not found or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the things is like, oh, we love our mangoes. You know what I mean? Like we have the
But
mangoes.
I feel like,
and the
isn't it
fucking,
more
like,
appropriate that you would talk about that?
No, for sure. And I think there's a way to talk about like, there's a good article that I'm like kind of referencing. I forgot the author. It's basically talking about the political ramifications of like the mango trade and like these like little WhatsApp groups
Yeah.
that are like in these like sub communities of like where you can like find mangoes from Pakistan or like India or like, you know, even Bangladesh, like in these WhatsApp groups. And like they ship them and they're like more expensive, but they taste fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a whole story behind there. Like I think there's something there.
Yeah.
In terms of just like identity. There's like an identity piece. There's a political piece. There's like a fruit as a symbol, and I think that's like a larger conversation with like, you know, like black people have been associated with like grapes and like fucking watermelon, and it's like it's a stereotype, and it's like why you can look at that too. You know what I mean? Like these stereotypes and like
Find out why.
and like
that these things are so correlated in, but it's all
with these cultures, like even the Palestinian resistance, it's like the watermelon is such a big part of it. And it's like, okay, cool. How do we like explore these topics and stuff like that? And like, I think there's like some fun stuff you can do there, and like, there's a lot there to explore. And
100%. And I think
yeah,
you should not worry about how it seems coming out.
yeah,
Just worry about finishing.
yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
And
telling the story the most authentic you can.
And I have ideas for it. I think I'm presenting it really badly right now because it's again like 10 p.m.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But I think there's like a really cool way to
It's
like.
like a running theme here for some reason. It's always late.
It's all I don't know. I don't know why it is.
Why can't we meet earlier in the day? I have no idea.
I don't know. I was doing nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
Just thought we wanted to meet at 5:30, so we met at 5:30.
And now it's 10. Yeah.
And now it's 10.
So like yeah.
But yeah, it's I think you have something, 100%.
Yeah.
And you know how to flesh things out better than anybody else that I know. So, but the main thing is, don't worry about if it's cliche. I feel like cliche.
Because it's like these fucking like South Asian
yeah,
like poetry, and it's like oh like the mangoes and like you know what I mean, like a case of exploding mangoes by most like whatever, like you know what I mean, like these like little books and stuff like that. It's like mangoes are so heavily like connected to the South Asian stuff, like culture and stuff like that. It's just like I just wanted to explore it in like a fun way, but
explore.
I feel like it's so out of my like I'm in fashion. I do all this stuff for fashion, and it's like so like left field for me personally. But I feel like outside people and like, oh, you're a brown man talking about like that's why I was like hesitant. But I think it's a good idea.
No, I think you have it in here.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a lot of fashion stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody's multidimensional. Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And then continuous growth too. Because like you said, like 4 years ago you wasn't doing fashion.
No, I wasn't. No.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the next 4 years might be a completely different side
Yeah.
of you, you know?
Yeah.
Which is exciting. That's how life is supposed to
Yeah.
be. And if you got a great idea and you're very
Yeah.
the thing is if you wanna make it for yourself, then it's worth making.
Yeah. No, I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna Mahin, you wanna ask him anything? Because I didn't give you a chance to talk at all.
You didn't talk.
Yeah.
Because he's interested in the mango idea. I know for a fact.
You're interested. He's not.
Yeah.
You're interested with the hustling stuff. So you still want me
Oh,
to
I
answer
don't even
anything?
care about it. Forget
I
Hassan,
can answer
bro.
stuff.
I saw you work for Instagram.
What?
I saw you worked for Instagram.
What did I do for Instagram?
Did you do something for Instagram?
I saw something you did for Instagram.
Actually I shot like a video or I forget.
I think Instagram design and.
Oh yeah. I shot a portrait actually of Jeff that was on Instagram design. So like I shot a few photos for that. Yeah, it's for Instagram design.
I mean, like Hassan, I think it's not a big deal to me. I really don't care. But I feel like other people might want to ask.
Okay.
You, how did that happen? How did you get to that?
Yeah. So it was actually through our creative agency. Like we worked on a project. He dropped a shoot with Kohan. We pitched him as a person. Like, he was down to do it. And I got to work on that project. And
This is early on when you started with the agency?
this was actually like it was right when the pandemic started. It was like January, February of 2020.
Yeah, and I think that's when I had the most time to go on Instagram to see. Yeah, that's probably why I know.
And then the shoe came out. I think later, like in that fall. That's same year or the next. I don't remember, but it came out like, and then, I would shoot the sessions for like behind the scenes that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I put together like a video for Jeff to post on his social media. Then like he tagged Hassan. Hassan saw it, liked it, and then followed me. And then like.
Oh, that's what.
But yeah, and then but he had like met me a few times. And the thing with him, like apparently he was coming off the Patriot Act show, and then he was really trying to ramp up his like YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So people were telling me that he was like pitching, other people and stuff like that, and like to like shoot YouTube videos with him and stuff like that. And one of the videos that he used as an example was like mine. So people were telling me that was exciting, and then he eventually reached out to me, and then like we got in a call, and then
How was that experience shooting with them?
it was interesting because it was like I had never done like a long form video, and I feel like at that time
Crazy because I feel like most people start long form
really
and then cut down to short.
I feel like I've always been like
You've always been
short form stuff. Like the longest video I did was like a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes
deal.
before.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
now it's like I've done like a 15 minute. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
You done an hour-long podcast with us, so.
Yeah, I feel like you just want to leave.
Huh?
Do you want to leave?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. What was I saying?
Yeah, but yes, you did some long-form stuff for him.
Yeah,
So
I
that's what he wanted.
So I only made one video with him, and it was like, but I shot like a lot of his like shows, like photography and stuff like that. But it was like when he was like first coming out with his like second show, which is The King's Jester.
Yeah.
So he was like testing it out, like as like the vaccine wasn't fully out yet, so we were still like getting tested and stuff like that. I think I was just like in a bad mind, like it was a pandemic, and I was just like anxious and like not in that best headspace, and I was always like, were you gonna say something?
No.
I think with that, I think I just was slow to figure things out, and like I didn't know how to like make YouTube videos, and like work was picking back up a little bit because like we're slowly getting the vaccine. I was like actually starting to shoot campaigns at that point, and like it was just like a weird time, and like I didn't have the right like know-how. My computer wasn't fast enough, like all this stuff. Like I was still working off like.
What were you editing on before?
I don't even like I guess I started off in 2019, so 2019 MacBook, which was not fast.
No, bro. Those Intel MacBooks sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they were good.
They were good
Yeah.
for that time,
But it just like
yeah.
they were kind of behind.
2018. Yeah, it was a 2018 MacBook.
Yeah.
They were a bit behind, and it was like 4K footage that I was shooting, and I was like,
That's impossible.
It was like I was like, oh damn, this is like not working. and I didn't. This is when the S3 had just come out.
Yeah.
So I was renting that and shooting the highest frame rate, like
Yo,
fucking.
crazy, bro.
Cause I didn't like.
didn't
Yeah.
technically know.
Yeah,
You didn't need all that.
Yeah. And I was just like shooting that, and I was like taking forever to fucking. I was like, I can't edit this, and yeah. But either way, like I
It was
was.
a good learning lesson at the end.
It was a good learning lesson in terms of just like things don't normally like work out, like, but like, but that kind of really pushed me to like, I'm like, fuck, I can't fuck up like things like this anymore. Like I don't want to fucking feel that way. Like feel like
Yeah.
I lost on a good opportunity or whatever.
Yeah.
Cause shout out to Babin, Babin, not Bab, Babin. He's like, I was supposed to like work with him on videos and stuff like that, but it didn't happen. They just hired him, but he's been killing it, like doing a really good job. But
It's crazy, bro.
yeah, I mean, he went from Gary Vee to like Hassan, which is like cool.
Yeah. Then I thought he was doing his own thing.
He did
I mean, I follow him on YouTube.
yeah,
So
yeah. No, he's really dope. Met him a couple times, I believe. I don't think he'll remember me, but with so that fizzled out. But because of that opportunity, like I just like worked way harder because I was just like, fuck, I can't fuck shit up. I got the GQ stuff after that. I got like, I just made like I did a champion campaign that same year, which like I like put so much effort into, and like
yeah.
because of that, the GQ stuff, they reached out to me and like hired me for like videos and stuff like that. And then I shot like people I can't talk about, but I shot like pretty big people after that.
So when you're saying shooting, what are you shooting on? Like, what kind of equipment are you using?
I'm all Sony. For
All Sony.
all
All day.
Sony, like.
So it's just like these hybrid cameras, like
Well,
like this?
no, not exactly. I mean, like, if something like
what's going on? Like, what is that?
Black Magics sometimes.
Magics.
If we have the budget, like I'll hire like a DP and like he'll shoot Fuji or like Black Magic or like sometimes Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I always wondered.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, what kind of quality does GQ
I was
want?
GQ. Oh, GQ. I was shooting an A7 III and then A7 III. Yeah, and that was it.
See what I'm saying?
And then
It just
and
goes to show you, bro. Like, consumer equipment right now is just like
yeah.
it's different. Let it die one. Long as the white one isn't good. That's our cue to end this.
Yeah. Sorry. And then I leveled up to like an A7 R5 for my photo and then A7S III. Yeah, for video.
So that's what you're running right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna let you go. It's
Yeah.
been forever. I appreciate you so much
Yeah.
for doing this for me.
Thank you for
You know
having
what
me.
I mean? Thank you. Another episode, We Outside Podcast. Yo, this man he doesn't understand who he is, bro. We'll see. Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.
Yes.